Who came up with this idea in Indoda Must?
It's women. It's women. It's women that needed something or needed some things from men which they weren't getting.
I mean, a 99 Holmes. You took advantage. 99. You guys took advantage of your social media and that's let's trend with it. Yeah, that's all I can say.
You know, earlier you said something about
with the Indoda Must, I mean, it's there's like two differentiations of that. There's the men's definition of Indoda Must and there's the woman definition of Indoda Must. With us, Indoda must provide, must shelter, must house, and so on. And then with women, I mean, it's more or less the same, but there's some additionals in that. Yeah. Welcome Bafethu, it's Men's Corner. Supplement nami vele Combs. Chilling with my boy Lou.
And welcome to Men's Corner. Namhlanje siphethe a hot topic that will be sort of like the battle of the sexes, yabo, or singathini distinguishing factor yokuthi sime kuphi in relationship roles as men and women. Bongs, cousin.
Today's topic Bafethu sikhuluma ngendoda. What do I mean when I say indoda? Indoda must. In other words, what should a man do or what is required from a man to make a woman happy? That's basically what indoda must means. So when I'm Lou, have you ever met an indoda must woman?
Only on Twitter.
Not personal experience.
Personal, maybe subconsciously or maybe indirectly. Kind of after the paycheck, or not the paycheck, the bill, kupuga. Someone would say, hey, I can't tell. And that's when I noticed I've been scammed in Indoda Must syndrome. Yeah,
because Indoda must pay the bills. Indoda must pay the hair, nails. What else?
The car,
the
house.
Imagine
the family drama.
So basically, you now the father now because you're taking responsibility over all her finances.
Hey, I don't know, man. It's more like a complex equity. You have a woman who sees a man as a provider, and then it's more of like a duty for a man to do so. In natural fact, that's how it is in society that we live in. So I guess they take full advantage now.
Yeah.
I ain't about to with time alarming and daddy buy me this, and that's like a sugar daddy. I don't know, but I feel like it's stemmed from a man has to provide, a man has to be there for his woman. Therefore, the contract say ketile, you are gonna be the provider, and Indoda must.
So as a man, when Indoda must what?
First of all, let's just find out what is your, because before I want to get to that point now.
Yeah.
What is your team? First instance or first contact Indoda Must. What was the first thing that made you define it? Everyone would say, oh, this is what it means in society.
Okay, with the Indoda Must, I mean it's there's like two differentiations of that. There's the men's definition of Indoda Must and there's the woman definition of Indoda Must. With us, Indoda must provide, must shelter, must house, and so on. And then with women, I mean it's more or less the same, but there's some additionals in that. So Indoda must buy me a car, Indoda must pay my rent, Indoda must pay must clear my Sheen card, Yeah, like yeah, but so this so it's all those things where
yeah,
you have to pop out money, and so at the end of the day,
yeah.
financial everything, financial care,
Damn.
financial support, financial love,
Mm,
financial shelter,
mm,
everything must
mm.
involve money.
Basically,
Yeah, in that Indoda Must,
yeah,
and so on.
yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like I wouldn't say it's gold digging, but it's like a certain standard women set. Like
Mm,
as a man,
mm,
this is what you must do: A, B, C, D, E, and so
mm.
on. Yeah. So that's to me. I feel that's what Indoda Must.
Okay, then now to go to your question. For me, I think it's a societal construct. Most of the influence comes from social media, and I believe that people go in one school of thought at its prime. As you said, it's setting a standard.
Yeah.
Women want that standard. You would see, a man must take care of me. A man must do the best that he can do to take care of his household and everything, and it goes extra. I think that's another point or extremity that we're seeing in Dr. Must that has been hashtagging trending. But in all essence, for me, I think it's it's a culture shock for both parties, men and women. Especially for men, would say, "Oh, manja, I have to provide," and some do embrace it. I
Yeah.
heard one friend of mine, okay, it's a colleague, and she was shocked. Would see the guy bought her friend an Audi for a baby shower,
Mm,
a baby shower.
yeah.
And the guy was so happy about that. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting a child, so I'm gonna spoil you." Baby shower, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, what about the wedding? Are you gonna get her a Hummer or something? Or well, no, Hummer irrelevant, but are you gonna get her something even beyond? Maybe a helicopter, SARS. So
Ah,
there's pressures in life where people like to gauge with you. This is what we see as in Dr. Mas. This is the standard.
yeah. Yeah.
But the grooms, you gotta provide, my nigga. Look at that guy. He has done it. Indota must do that. He must get that Audi for a baby shower. He must get her an engagement ring. As soon as you've dated, maybe for about 6 months, nyana,
Yeah.
anything like that. But yeah, for me, it's an extremity. Yeah, corner. I mean, you're exaggerating too much, Guti. A man must.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, cabanga mfethu, maybe okay, you dating someone,
Yeah.
beka good relationship where indoda vele was doing all those things that she
Mm,
required,
mm.
and then angene ku when you stingy blind. Ah, stingy. I'm not.
Can I confess, man? Sing you beg on the floor,
Yeah.
in the men's corner. Nibone bong.
Yeah.
Good see, this is yeah. For me, I'm really stingy to the point where I'm a pocket very our zip. I want to I'm planching petty zippable pockets, man. Ngenza sure, and I
That's this man.
yeah, ngenza sure. Ukuthi imali yami ayishoti. Mengizojala nalo muntu. I budget and I know ukuthi I'm going with this woman to a not too expensive restaurant. Ngiyazi ukuthi on Tuesdays I've got a special.
Yeah.
That's how stingy I am. But that's me because I feel like a gold dinging it sucks, man. But yeah, as you said, Uti, when it emanates from, or it starts from a man who has spoiled that woman before. When you have figa and pockets are flat, and you try to impress her, and she wants that same standard. And I was like, hell to the no, no.
Yeah, because I mean, she got that treatment from somewhere. Someone exposed her to that
Yeah.
lifestyle level.
Yeah,
And then when she comes to you, she's expecting that same standard for you to uphold that same standard.
yeah.
And then when they're like, nah, I'm not even celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah.
So now, how do you please a woman that has those standards of Indoda Must?
You run away. That's how you please her, to not be in her space and give her that promise. But I don't know if, because there's this thing, or that saying, Oguti, once your glass is full, it's hard to tip all of it and have half of a glass so you can pour more knowledge onto that person. Because once you're used to that lifestyle,
Yeah.
but high life, once we lap on the top shayela,
I mean, I'm playing my team, my chance at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah.
we're the ones that expose these women to those standards. Yeah, okay, from I've dated a guy that drives a Polo.
yeah.
Yeah, and then she gets to a level where Indota must drive a BMW or a
Mm,
Mercedes Benz. Yeah,
mm.
we can provide those things. young one. We can provide. I mean, at the end of the day, women are materialistic.
Yeah.
And then Tina, we materialistic because of them. And so, because half of the things we buy, like it runs. Some cars you don't like, so you're saying because you know women will like jump at the sight of seeing you driving that car. Yeah, young told. So, I mean, if I know OnlyFans, do you think women would do OnlyFans if men didn't subscribe?
Yeah, well, that's the
exactly
main attraction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same. We're the ones that make this woman demand and feel like Indoda must.
Yeah.
Indoda must do this. Indoda must kill himself and stop load shedding. So we're the ones that bring all these.
Yeah, but no, for me, I'll say no because to me, I disagree wholeheartedly because I see that it's gonna be substituted as love being bought, instead of it being love genuinely. We'd say ride or die, it's me and you. But it's more like I'll buy you and that's it. So I believe that there's a spectrum of men like Nami Kuka. So I want to impress myself, love myself to love the other person. If I have to go and love a person who loves money, it's going to be a difficult situation where I can't penetrate and be with that person with their whole aspect about being in love. So it's between a man and a woman, and that's the only glue that gets them together. Bring the mullah and just make that happen and say, hey, we're in love. And it dilutes that whole true human effect that we need love in order to get together. And when you mention, men do it and they make women get used to that thing, then that kind of woman who likes that should chase those guys, not the average Joe who has no dough. That's gonna be like, I just got my love for you and patience until I get where I need to be. Let me establish and let me be there for you. And you be like, nah, I want the Audi right now because it's my baby shower, or it's our anniversary, or it's my mother's got a birthday, so buy me a Benz for her and me, kind of thing. So that interrupts the whole natural effect of being in love, and it's breaking the society. Women are craving for that, and many average men cannot cater for them. So what happens? Because there's many men, like they say, average. Let's just say a not well established. I'm looking for another word. Your corner. A 1% man is like one of your rich men who have achieved a lot and they've succeeded in being the epitome of success. And there's less of them. Baby girl, if you're trying to fish for that, you'll be fishing for a long time, because those men know that they got a roster of women. So you'll get the average Joe. Obviously, you'll have him in the corner, and he's gonna give you love. So that's my problem with Indoda Must. And if it's us men who do it, it's not the average Joe. It's not the guy who's hustling a 9 to 5. It's always those businessmen, your sugar daddies, that see women's beauty and that's it, not love.
But we can talk the whole day about this, but I think it's fair to have like a woman's opinion on this, get a different perspective, because we the daughters that must. So at least let's get the people that say Indoda Must. And so let's get the woman. Let's ask them. Indoda millions.
Where do we find the first?
Abakhona ephakini nabo abanye bancabuzana le. Abaningi mfethu.
All right.
Guys, sisofuna umuntu kwafethu, we'll be back ne guest yethu basiceda ukuyithola, and then we'll ask her ukuthi mfethu indoda kumele yenzeni. Stay tuned. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in a few. That's why it's
That's why so lendi kodwa benzomthola lapha ekhoneni mfethu yabona. Uzakhona umuntu ofakile nyana. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again and we've got our new guest, Black Chinese.
Hi guys.
And we want to be as fair as possible. This is a platform of freedom of speech. So we brought our lady in the men's corner, Lapis corner. I hope Kums is okay with that as he has requested. But yeah, we were talking about Indoda Must and our views. So we want her to give us her own 2 cents. And any person out there who also wants to chip in their own knowledge or experience, please comment, send via email, send via WhatsApp. So far, my name's Ngadlala, but Ukums ukhona on Twitter, so that we get that feedback as well, and we let you know what we featured and we know what you guys thinking about. So yeah, guest wethu ke like Chinese uzosichazela ke ngendoda must, what she has heard from us, and yeah, we give it to you now.
Indoda Must.
Yebo.
Okay. Okay, I was saying I think being raised by a man, he raised me to a point where I should be more independent as a girl.
Yeah.
So every guy that I date, I've never been that kind of girl who would see it's a must that you have to do those things. I believe in 50-50. And the reason why I believe in 50-50 is because I seen how my mom and my dad, as a child growing up, would see a man builds a home. No, a man builds a house, a woman makes it a home. That's how I've been raised.
Yeah.
So yeah, then Indoda Must know. And what you guys said earlier on, would see what you said would see a man Indoda Must when as you believe would see he must do this, do that. Yes, umsebenzi indoda. I believe because when would see a man has to obviously pay rent. Make sure there's electricity. A woman, her job is to make sure there's food, the house is clean, the kids are nice and clean. So a man, my dad was what he used to do when take care of you and the kids and the house. I'll do the rest. So that's what I've been raised. So I'm against and daughter must do those things. It's
Okay, sharp. Yeah. Let's say we're in a relationship, no?
yeah.
So I can I have imali zenywele?
I don't know where to start.
You don't know?
Yeah,
Seriously?
it's serious.
Izinto ezimnandi mos. Wazincintsha.
You know the guys that I date, what I believe as a man, you must know what's right. When I go to Malu as a man to take care of me.
Yeah.
It's not a must with me. I have to tell you to know. I need my pets. I need those things. No.
Okay, so okay, I sit here in your point of view. Indoda mele yenze. Like a shy description yakho Indoda Must.
Okay,
your version of Indoda Must. Indoda mele yenze.
For me,
yes.
Waking up in the morning, I'm expecting good morning, babe.
Okay.
I'm expecting a guy to spoil me, take me out once in a while. Buy me flowers. Yeah.
That's
open the door. Yeah, open the door for me. That's why I don't know. You are let angazi ngizodla. Angazi. I won't lie to you guys. Can I just be that girl one day like baby? I go
once in a while, out of the blue.
Yeah.
Random.
Honestly, guys, I'm savings at the moment, no?
Yeah.
I'm savings in Panda. But as a guy, if you're gonna ask me out,
yeah.
Look, I'm savings.
Sure.
Now that time's way. Now my wanna go see. Okay, I'm doing shopping, baby girl. Maybe okay, babe. Which price are you using? It's
just
painted liner, so yeah. Why not? Take care of me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a must, but the vagina is expensive.
For me, what you mentioned about 50-50, and I enjoy hearing that sentiment of the man has to take care of the household as a whole. The woman has to make it a home now.
Yes.
And then she gives more flavor, decor, the kids, cleaning,
the curtains.
Yeah.
It's her duty.
Yeah, men have stale taste when it comes to the house itself.
Sure.
The woman comes to put some pizzazz in it. So I see that unity, Vele, and I agree wholeheartedly. Um, I wonder what's in your perspective again, because you mentioned something very important that we overlook most of the time, is that when you are raised, what moral aspects or basics that you get from being a child, going through that experience, being raised for a parent, two parent household, and you can see that they're working together. Whereas some of us have one parent and it's the mother most of the time, and yeah, that dynamic also gives us a light with maybe some, and I'm putting assumption, guys. Please don't crucify me, Niti. Lou says that men who have only women parenthood families, they only have broken men who don't know how to treat a woman, or a woman who doesn't know her father, for example. She'll think that a father has to spoil, a father doesn't give love, so those dynamics, those Shilo, do you think that does it also influence when you're a small child growing up seeing your parents, it influence you to think a certain way, oh yeah, this is where I see Indoda Must in it, because I've seen my parents do that most of the time. Or someone can grow to say, no, I believe with the Indoda Must, now that I've learned through it, dating and that, this is what I know now.
Yeah, I think it's how you've been raised.
Okay.
You know, if your mom akhulisa ukuthi, because I know there are women, there are mothers who teach their kids ukuthi a man has to take care of you, which is wrong. Mina, as ubaba mina ngikhulisa ngakhona, as I said to you earlier, he raised me to be an independent woman that don't go outside looking for men to do those things, pay bills and do those things. No.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, anything. I think it's how you've been raised. Ekhaya ukuthi, and I think it shouldn't be into ukuthi intombazana ukhule nganababa. That's why she has to behave like this. Going around looking for men because this one has dated. I mean, I also my mom died when I was 13 years old, so I cannot be going out and making my mom an issue. Good to know, my mom died at 13 years old. So that's why I'm the timing behavior. So no.
Yeah.
So it's how I think and they we blame the parents. I mean, no more that is a therapy when they ask who is Lou. You're gonna talk about Mlu is this. Then they're gonna go back to your childhood, and then they go back to who started this. But or who you are today, it's your parents.
True. And then okay,
Well
sharp.
said.
So as a woman, uzobona kanjani ukuthi outside ezokhona ukunginakekela? Will you be able to provide for my needs and wants? How can you tell if Nonandoda must?
I never went through the same situation. Guys,
But at some point, I mean, when you date, you at a point where you're like, okay, now I want to get married, I want to start a family. But you have to look at the type of man now you want to start that family and marriage with. You can't just take anyone and say, okay, I sharp when and so on. Yeah, you have to check, obviously, can this man provide?
Yeah, you have to really
Can
check
he
out those
take
things.
over when
Is he gonna be
I'm
there to
down?
take care of the kids? And does it really is?
Yeah.
I think, but just for me, I think I see how you treat me. Like if you were dating, how you treat me as a woman, you're a woman.
Okay.
If I call you and say to you, I'm not feeling well, and you're like, oh shame, oh baby, yes, so I'm gonna go, okay, fine, this guy, he's not there for me.
No, Marupole, I'm wishing you well.
Yeah. And the guy also, I mean, I'm used to guys opening doors for me. So that it doesn't jalo, when you get there, guy, Agafulumia just leaves you there. Oh, like it doesn't jalo. That's why I said, okay, he's not the one for me. Yeah.
So when you love our Peggy Shivar.
Yeah. We're not really looking for Emalia.
But they say it's dead. Killed by women.
No comment, love.
I do agree. I mean, a lot of women, like Valentine's is it's around the corner, and most women don't want roses. We don't want.
How come? I thought
I
that's still a
don't
thing.
know.
Man, chief.
Indoda Must deliver chocolates.
Happy Valentine's Day must be accompanied with the e-wallet, 8,000 rand upwards.
Or how about Peruvian weave, coupled with 500 rand notes with flowers curled up. I saw that. I was like,
exactly.
So
I think
like
I will love that, but I think I mean, it depends on what he. Since we've been dating for so many years, and you feel like, oh, you know what, she deserves it. She's been there, she's been loyal, you know. Yeah, I feel like it should be like that. It shouldn't be into oh my man, okay, my man, she cheats, she does this, 1, 2, 3.
Can she know that you cheat? That's the thing. Women just cover it, and then my last minute nyana, you say a flop, but then you see that. But no, okay. If that's the case, you know, when the relationship is booming,
Yeah.
you must show there's some love.
I think okay, let's say Linda where you're cheating. Let's put this thing with you. Let's say you've been investing, supporting, encouraging this person, but this person doesn't do nothing to you. Do you think she does? Do you think she deserves some rose or all those things?
Yo, that's an interesting question. That's where he comes in by saying, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You don't deserve nothing.
Exactly. Imagine now you invested yourself 5 years on this person.
Yeah, what are you
And in
bringing
the
to
day
the
she's
table?
exactly. So
But I get it. They'll say, I am the table. So you don't have to argue about that. Her looks, her intelligence is there. She doesn't have to put in.
but still don't
Any
you
effort.
If you're a table, let us set up and eat there. Let's set up and eat. You're the table,
But
right?
now
Let
you
us dine.
But now you come up with the idea to know, babe, I want to open a business, I want to do this. And we'll talk to her and it's like, okay, sure, but she's not there. She's not supporting you, she's not encouraging you, she's not doing nothing. She's just sitting there. But in the day, she expects you to know, babe, got your wallet.
That person, no. We can't. We can't.
You run, as
You
I said.
can't.
So we pointed out, which good you do give us that incentive, that we have different relationships there. Others are catered to this and that, and then abanye bazoyithanda ne, and it's special, and the guy opens the door for you. But umagezo uzokulethela sliding door, uzosivulele. So we won't have the same expectations. But what if that guy, now this is my question, I'll say Petagale opened the door. Now, he doesn't have that. But he has one thing that you crave the most, that you know, with this, I can live with this guy forever.
Which is money.
He's let's just say he's a hard worker and he's patient. And he's not going to give up on you. And maybe he gives you that sense of boosting your self-esteem, loving you for what you can be and who you are right now. Even in your bad moments, so that you know, I still see my goddess, that I'm there to impress, and that's it. And you know you've got that
I think
sense of warmth.
I will stay if he's a kind of guy who's doing everything that I want, besides which he doesn't treat me like a lady or queen.
Yeah.
I would stay. But I think as women, we also need to teach men how to treat us.
Please do give us notes.
Yeah.
You prepare now. Hey, Bongs, where's my pen, though?
We need to teach. I mean, I think this is why we women we want, and we will never find a perfect man or perfect woman. I get call. The only thing if you want someone to treat you certain way, you need to teach them.
Damn.
I mean, back in the days, when I'm making like columns, was on about how to treat a man. Full paragraph, a bunch of nonsense. That's all. Because it's easy to make.
I bet you're one of those guys who are gonna make it in the toilet.
No, my man. No, it's easy to make us happy. It's easy. You don't need a whole paragraph to know how to make us happy. That's all. But now,
still, you guys.
There's never that how to treat a woman, how to make a woman happy in those columns. It's always about men.
There's a thing. When it comes to umshado, she gets separated. Why say now they tell her, this is how you're gonna treat a man. So I don't have to ask you what's uyapi, yes. So next to the it comes to a point where older women they teach us this is how you're gonna treat him.
Can I ask then, in today's age, with our is it Generation Z or Generation X? Let me just say millennials. We as Africans like to preserve our culture, especially when it comes to lobolo and the whole procedure. So, donning or passing the information from generation to generation on how to treat a man and a woman. Do you believe it's still important so that it benefits the couple that is engaging into a new world of marriage?
I think with our generation, things have changed. As I said earlier, we we no longer, as I said, you know, umama kakhulisa in a sense, like if, when let's say me, I'm a I've been raised to a point where I can answer back and talk back to my mom and say, nah, then I can still do it to my mama. You know? So generation too, our we no longer have that thing, your culture and
The respect is gone.
That's why even now men can beat women in front of us. Back then, in the days and in private. Kana manje singahlala so a guy couples angafika nje.
Shawana strong.
Exactly.
So that's it's dying off, and it was important for us to learn with this is how a man should be treated and a woman should be treated, because I can see in the culture here too, there was more of a cohesive understanding and respect. To Mama Sakaya, I sent chat back to the father.
Yeah, exactly.
When the kids are watching, when they argue, or they call it parliament.
Yes, you go in the bedroom, the parliament, you know.
Let's go to parliament when you have arguments, so that we can sort it out there. Quick, nudge. So I understand.
Yes.
Okay, as I'm closing, with this topic about Indoda Must, we should understand, we're all human beings and we have our own advantages and disadvantages in relationships. As the pretty lady has said, you must know yourself getting into a relationship and who you want and who you need. It mustn't be too much of a fantasy or a fantasy. But reality is important for you to understand, because they have their own shortcomings and they want to, grow from there on and be as a team, I don't know. This cousin with her own 2 cents about Indoda Must. But from me, love each other, guys. No matter what disadvantages you see in this person, but the main thing is about that love that you have for each other, and build from there on, man.
With me, guys, I don't believe in Indoda Must. I believe that it should be 50-50. But girls, we need to wake up and be independent, do things for ourselves. Simple. That's my advice.
All right, that's all for today, guys. From me, Gomes, Mlu, and Black Chinese. From Black Chinese. Lo mundo simthathela adla ama grapes bafita lo couple of seedless grapes next time. Yeah, but guys, thank you for tuning in, and thanks to the 4.5 thousand people that watched the previous video. Please continue loving us, please continue subscribing, and yeah, till the next episode, guys. Cheers.